Okay.
And this is regular chess and not
This is no
atomic.
nonsense.
It's Agadmator,
Yeah.
right?
The famous Agadmator.
The famous one. Pawn.
Wow, so finally we'll get some views on this video.
Hello everyone and welcome to a game that was played 3 days ago. I believe it was played in a blitz banter session on Chess 24 between Magnus Carlsen and this gentleman here, a random guy of the streets of Oslo, as Chess 24 tweeted. Yeah, that being said, let's check out the game. And I also wanted to say, for those of you who don't know what hand and brain is, hand and brain chess is when the gentleman to the right of Carlsen, he names a piece, for example a pawn, and then Carlsen has to make a move with the pawn. And then if he wants to move the knight, he says knight, and then Carlsen has to decide which move with the knight goes. Let's check it out.
Pawn.
Okay.
They opened with the white pieces, so e4, I played c6, the Caro-Kann, which is already peculiar as I never play Caro-Kann, but I'm gonna return to that.
But he had beef with Peter, not...
But I think they're friends now. They both enjoy
okay.
Hearthstone or Magic
Ah,
or
okay.
whichever one it is. I think
Pawn?
it's ours
Pawn,
as
yeah.
well.
With d3, I played d5.
Well, this is boring. And knight.
Yeah.
Boom, the honest Geary line.
Knight to f3 and the knight to d7, the rare variation of the Caro-Kann.
Okay. Knight.
Knight to c3, attacking my pawn here, and already I give a pawn here by playing g6. It's not that I wanted to sacrifice a pawn for rapid development, I just didn't register that it was actually hanging.
Pawn.
Thank you very much.
But okay, they captured, e captures on d5, I played bishop to g7, I developed a piece.
Well. Pawn. Let's just grab all his pawns, I think.
They played captures, I played captures, and I'm already down a pawn. But okay, I mean, it's only a pawn.
Yeah. He's probably too excited.
Yeah. Bishop.
Bishop to e2, knight g to f6, I prepare castling.
This can end careers, Agadmator. I have one viral video. It's where Magnus trolls me and beats me in like 18 moves in a Dutch. So you better be nervous.
Bishop. Not h6. Anywhere else.
With bishop to e3 and I castle kingside.
King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking for that one.
They also castle kingside and I played e5, grabbing more space in the center.
I was thinking maybe castle line, but
B file.
right.
Kind of castle line.
Yeah, pawn.
I want to play knight to h5 to f4, and I want to get my knight over to f4. This would free my dark square bishop and also maybe even force them to give up one of their bishops. With h3, taking away the g4 square from my pieces, and I continue with my plan, knight to h5. Now the bishop is nicely freed. Maybe I can play f5 at some point. I want to get the knight to f4 like we said.
I feel like we're playing a bit too passively.
No, that's fine.
But of course they also get a move in, so d4.
Pawn.
There we go.
There we go.
Yes, exactly.
And it's a very nice move. You want to get rid of your d3 pawn, you want to free your light square bishop. And here I should just continue with my plan, knight to f4, and then it's you know, for a blitz game it could be a playable position if something like this happens. For example, I could capture the light square bishop with check, let's say knight captures here, and the game continues. But here I played another pawn sacrifice, which is not a pawn sacrifice, and I don't really have a good explanation of why I played this. I played e4. Now, it's really a strange move as it does absolutely nothing. It just gives up a pawn. So even capturing here was better than playing something like this.
Just for context, what's your chess level, more or less? So people know.
1900 FIDE rating. Alright, knight.
They played, of course, knight captures on e4. It's a free pawn. And here I already was very sad. I was down 2 pawns and I didn't really have anything to show for it, so I just continued f5.
So Agadmator is like 2100
In FIDE?
I'm not sure. I hope I'm not saying something wrong. Maybe it's
I don't know.
2200.
Okay. Maybe?
So on average, your team is slightly higher rated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bishop.
Bishop to c4 check, which of course makes sense. You want to go knight g5 to f7. I played king to h8.
Knight.
And now knight e to g5. The idea is knight to f7. With check, they want to, of course, win the rook.
Yeah, it's starting to look pretty ugly.
Yeah, it is.
Here I played f4, hoping for knight to f7, but of course they will not play that.
Bishop.
Bishop to d2, and now I played queen to f6, simply guarding the f7 square twice, and here's where the party is getting started.
Bad, isn't it? He's playing fast
Right.
at the very least.
Yeah.
It's not playing so well, but
Alright. Bishop. Yeah, this is good.
yeah. That was the plan, right? There was
Yeah.
no other decent bishop move.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Of course, I knew what was coming here. Bishop to c3. You, of course, want your bishop on this very nice diagonal. And there's not much to do about it. There's no way to close it. I played knight to b6, hoping to get my knight over to d5. But of course, they decided not to give me this opportunity.
Hinting at d5 for those who
Shouldn't
didn't
spoil
know
it
that.
for him because, yeah. Alright. Pawn.
Going for it.
Going for the king.
d5 was played, opening up the bishop's attack here. And now there really aren't all that many good squares for my queen. I even thought about giving up my queen for the bishop pair here, but there's really no point, as after captures, and this, it's not just the bishop pair, but I'm also down 3 pawns due to the 2 pawns I just lost in the opening. So I played queen to e7, but here they just continued very, very strong.
Alright. Pawn.
Tempo moves, I like that.
D6 now, attacking the queen once again. I push the queen back, queen to e8, constantly trying to keep an eye on the f7 square, but it's not possible.
Alright. Let's go for a rook.
Yeah.
Rook e1, attacking the queen even more.
Starting to, yeah.
This is just domination.
Yeah, starting
Also,
to...
you're not giving Magnus a chance to make a mistake. Like,
Yeah.
it's always like, very on point. Rook. Okay, what's he got to do? Rook b1?
Yeah. That's the trick. You gotta like do the pieces that only have one move.
Yeah.
Because then,
Makes it easier for me.
yeah.
Queen to d8.
Okay. Starting to look pretty ugly.
All right, let's go for. Just gonna find the mater.
Too many good options to choose
Yeah,
from, I think.
yeah, it is. Yeah, let's not get flagged. Let's just do knight.
Gonna be pragmatic.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna be pragmatic.
All right. Not the easy.
Not the easy solution.
And now knight to e5. And here, knight to f7 is coming. There's no way to stop that, and this is basically game over. If I go queen e8, for example, to avoid it, I still get knight e to f7, opening up a discovery to the queen, the knight is nicely protected, and here I either just move the king and go into some windmill action, but the queen is lost either way. Or even if I play queen to f6, doesn't really matter, still knight e to f7 check now opens up the bishop's attack towards the queen, and also either I go into some nice windmill action, or I just give up the queen and it's game over. So here I decided to be a gentleman, and I decided to go down with queen captures on g5, and this allows pretty much the same idea, but it goes into mate.
What? What's going on here? Alright, yeah, of course. Knight. Here we go.
Here we go.
So of course you all see it, I don't even have to show it to you, but knight to f7 check, which loses the queen, as if I capture it's checkmate. I decided to go for the for the easier line. I played rook captures on f7.
This is beautiful.
It's gonna be another picturesque finish.
I think I'm gonna pick rook this.
You're gonna
time.
pick rook?
Yeah. I like it.
And they played rook to e8 check, rook to f8, and now of course
The Chess24 chat wants your name, your age, your birth certificate, like all the info you're willing to share.
And now what?
Mine or his rook?
Okay.
rook captures on f8, and this is now mate, as the bishop is pinned. You cannot recapture. So that's it. 23 moves, and I just wanted to shed some light on why I played the way I did. The reason is